Goojira!
Hello folks, recording, silliness on the Ganjo. I thought this is the second attempt to record this vlog now, which I'll explain in a minute. But yeah, just some silliness on the Ganjo I was messing about earlier, and I thought I'd better stop and record the vlog before I get carried away playing more silliness. It is a Ganjo because it's a banjo body with a guitar fret and head, 6-string guitar fret, and I haven't played in any way at all. I haven't played any instruments or guitar or whatever for quite a long time, so yeah, it was very rough and punk, so punk it up, and it was just some silliness I knocked together earlier. Goojira! Yes, and second attempt to record this vlog because, as I'll explain, main reason for this vlog is to update on what's going on. The FTP live hangout thing on the Wednesday night, it was somewhat interrupted last week because it kept getting closed off or interrupted in some manner, so it was a bit fragmented last week. And this week the copyright notice I had against the video that was called BBC Brand of Slime, which was just my questioning and comment on that Brand and Paxman interview. It was just a clip, a speeded up clip of that interview with the Frank Zappa track laid onto it on the slime. Copyright notice, my appeal got rejected again, and because that was the third time it was rejected, it went straight to a copyright strike. And the next stage is that you as an individual, as the uploader, have to take out a court case to make your appeal against the supposed copyright holder. And because you get automatically at that point you get a copyright strike, then it means I've been struck by the Goojira beast. YouTube has taken away my ability to live broadcast, that's why I couldn't do that on Wednesday night. And custom thumbnails, I'm so upset about losing custom thumbnails. And also the length of videos, so that's why second time recorded this, because I went a bit over the 15 minutes last time, so I'll try and not waffle as much this time. But you know, that's pretty impossible to me, for me. And yeah, if you've got this far already, bloody hell, that's what, about 4 minutes in. Yeah, it's just a vlog, so I will be rambling a bit, so bugger off and do something else if you don't want to listen to me rambling. So yeah, that's the situation at the moment. Copyright strike, according to the notes, will last up to 6 months. So I'm not going to be able to do live broadcasting for at least that long. And that is, of course, as long as I keep my nose clean and stay quiet while I'm sat on the naughty step until they let me back in again. And at the moment, nobody else amongst the FTP people has the ability to, or is willing to do the live hangouts. So can't do them for now, so I'm back to vlogging. Unless other people want to do it, if you can do it, go for it. It's somewhat it's become a bit clunky because of the way the chat function doesn't really work very well, so you can't exactly get a good interaction with the audience. But if you can do it, because there's lots of things for people to be talking about and getting involved with. So, but anyway, I will go back to just doing this vlogging and whatever for now, unless somebody else could do the hangouts. So yeah, that's the situation with the Goojira strike of the Goojira beast. Goojira has risen up from the depths and struck me with its rite of unlive. Fog-Donkey. You getting the message now? Was the attack of the Fog-Donkey. But yeah, forget about the Fog-Donkey. That's the situation with the copyright strike at the moment. So I have one copyright strike on this channel. I will continue to keep appealing. They've pulled up copyright notices on videos again that have been released several times before. The Calling by Max Egan, that one that's been on my channel for ages, that's come up again. That's now the 8th or 9th time that they've tried to make a copyright claim on it. All the others have been released. You know, when you look at them as an uploader, when you look at your video manager, it tells you when the claim was released and whatever. And they've all been released, but yet it still comes back again. I will keep endeavouring to keep those videos on this channel without them being monetized, without advertising being leached onto them. If it comes to it and I have to take them down because the appeal's rejected and they try and stick a banner ad on it, then I'll take them down and put links up instead. I'll put just like a vlog video like this, but with links in the description and stuff like that. If you haven't got ad block installed on your system, you should do. Stop giving these parasites an ability to create digital phantom money just by sticking a bit of graphical crap, digital pixels of nothingness that generate nothingness, but they use that against you. Yeah, long ramble, I won't go off onto that again. I've talked about it a lot before, but it sort of links into the other thing I was going to mention. A couple of things that we were going to talk about on Wednesday night, which I wanted to mention, just put out there. I put a picture on my Googoo page, the Hairy Cookie Monster page on Googoo+. That's Google Plus if you don't get it. It was that. It's fairly old as far as I know, several years old. The sort of meme picture of the evil Santa pointing like the "I want you" poster, when instead it's like, "I want you to spend lots of money to prove you love your family." You know, don't fall for that game. Don't fall for that commercialised version of what these celebrations are, whatever they mean to you, whether you're Christian or not. If you're just celebrating life and your family and stuff like that, and go for it. Don't get dragged in by that commercialised, demonic, matrix bullshit system. You don't need to play that commodified status game to prove you love someone. It's a solstice tomorrow, to other reasons for celebration. I'm not a pagan, but again, it's that cycle of time, season of the year, when these kind of celebrations take place anyway, in one form or another, whether you're Christian or pagan or whatever. As the winter nights close in and it gets darker for longer and stuff like that, you're over by the time you get to the solstice anyway, you're over that hump and you start the cycle growing back up again towards spring. So that's why these celebrations take place, celebrating the fact that you are still sailing on that ocean of existence. Woohoo! Yeah. So yeah, don't get dragged in by the bullshit version, commodified, commercialised bullshit version. Just shout "ha bum hug" at them. You know, go away with your plastic Christmas trees. And the other thing I wanted to talk about was more of a longer subject, but I'm only sort of generally making a note about this anyway. I was going to rant and rumble about it Wednesday night, but we didn't get the chance. And now I'm limited back to 15 minutes again. I'll have to do it in bursts. I probably won't upload anything else now before Christmas. It'll be until after Christmas. More than likely, I doubt I'll put anything else up. But yeah, the other main thing that seems to be somewhat of a topic in the background, sort of mentioned here and there, it's one of those topics that comes up again and again. That's the being wrong. As in, it's okay to be wrong. Yeah. As I say, it might have been a bit more in the background in the general conversation behind all the general chatter about the news and stuff like that, and you know, recent events and whatever, and the Illuminati lizards, all that kind of stuff. But I put it across as being the joy of being wrong, the joy of wrong, and the little caveat to just say, please don't misinterpret that, or you know, come on, have a balanced approach to this. There are things that are wrong that obviously are not worth celebrating because they're wrong. But for a lot of the stuff that I often talk from my perspective rather than drag anybody else into it. A lot of the time we are talking about potentialities, and usually in that, as we're often accused of being, in that Chicken Little fashion of, danger, danger, Will Robinson, the sky is falling. If you continue down this path, it will be dark and nasty and horrible and dystopian nightmare. Oh, the terror. And a lot of the time, it turns out that those things don't occur. And that for me is, over the years of looking into this kind of stuff and talking about these kind of subjects and trying to wave warning flags for people about, please don't go down that path, it will lead to nastiness. That's a wrong turning down in the rabbit tunnels. And when you're talking about this on a societal, global level, existence level of the direction that we as beings are going and dragging everything else along with us, if those warning flags aren't raised, people can fall into the crap through ignorance or misguided intent, whatever. I think you get the picture. Sometimes it's good to be wrong, and you have to get to that point in this process, because it is a process. There is no on-off effect. This is an ongoing thing. You have to get to a point where you can be wrong, because if you're too embedded into the ego-based attitude, mindset, if you're too rigid in that direction, then when you are shown to be wrong, whether you prove to be wrong or you realise you're wrong, whatever, it could potentially cripple you. You will fall over and not be able to get back up again, because your whole existence will come crashing down and crumbling down because you're wrong. And it is a learning hurdle that you need to learn to be able to get over as we're progressing through this process. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to change your minds, change your opinion, change your perspective, all that kind of stuff. Keep your compassion and your empathy for others. If you feel you're wrong and you feel a need to say it so that you can sort of clear it and be moving forward, then do that. Sometimes it's good to be wrong. I'm glad I was wrong about some stuff, because we're still here and the world hasn't blown up, so I'm glad I'm wrong. This partly linked into all the catastrophism, the fear porn type of stuff that was based recently over Comet Ison, but it's one of those cycles that you see again and again and again. Whenever potentialities come around where they could be really, really nasty and bad, people can get carried away with that and get stuck in that perspective, and you've got to be able to get back again. It's like, okay, you thought Comet Ison was going to do this, that and the other, you were wrong. Are you going to collapse in on yourself because you've been shown to be wrong, or are you going to pick yourself up and go, okay, I got that one wrong, alright, at least we're all still alive, great, let's keep going, get on with it. Sometimes it's good to be wrong. I'll wrap it up there because I've done long enough before the goo beast strikes again. Goojira! Take care, folks. I will speak at you, with you again soon enough. Have a good holiday, Christmas celebration, all that good stuff. Take care, folks. Keep evolving.